I'm sure someone, somewhere, sometime, has or had already said what I'm about to say in one form or another, and I cannot help but to blend all of the core emotions and expressions of them all to audibly generate a mental interpretation, at least for those with the active imaginations. I'm starting with probably a more unpopular topic, at least for me, and that would be self-accountability. I looked up online what it means and why it matters, and there's different opinions, but they all draw to the same conclusion. So, like, how does one practice self-accountability? They say things like to regularly evaluate yourself, and like, what does that mean? Like, what would an example look like? I don't feel like anyone is showing like the real how-to. Like, you can explain to somebody how to do the dishes, but it's easier to show them. At least it is for me. Especially if you do things a particular way. Everybody has their own little ways, and um, nothing wrong with it as long as the dishes are getting clean, right? Like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day how it's done. It's just that it's done. But if you ask someone how to do it, they can describe it in different ways and come to the same result or not, right? So why not start with me, which is why you hear me second guessing, and you hear that in the voice, right? That is something that I do need to work on. For me, I'm learning that I need to identify my weaknesses so that I can turn them into my strengths, right? And I think of things like scenarios in my life, where experiences in my life rather, where someone treated me poorly or badly, and how it made me feel. The self-accountability part is sorting out in your own mind and my own mind of, did I treat anybody like that? Did I lash out in an emotion and not mean it and hurt someone's feelings? And like, think about it. We all experience emotions. We all experience pain. It's part of the experience of mankind, I suppose. Learning how to overcome, courage doesn't come from not being afraid to do something, doing it. Courage comes from being afraid and still doing something, right? So, like, that's the hard part. Like, you have to face the hard truth of, like, identifying where I did something wrong. Not only identifying that, but addressing it in myself, facing my own embarrassment. All right, yeah, I did that. All I can do is do better, not do that anymore. Just do better. You can't keep apologizing. Like, you have to move forward. Like, words are just words sometimes. Action is what really gives things power. What are you doing? Like, when you're going through something, you might not want to talk about it, right? It's easier to talk about in past tense versus the present. But the present is all we ever have. Because if we think about it, tomorrow never gets here, and it's always just a few hours away. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Self-accountability. Keep yourself on track, man. Times are short. We'll leave it at that for now.